Regan Slaymaker for International Boxing News. I have the pleasure to be joined by super-welterweight contender Ishmael Davis. Ishmael, how are you today, mate?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you, mate. All the better for talking to you. Before we get on to your huge fight news on March 23rd, I do want to touch on your fight with Ewan Mackenzie back in Newcastle. It was almost like a coming out party for you that fight. I mean, how do you reflect on your performance in Newcastle?
It was a good performance. Obviously, the nerves and that playing a part. First fight on TV. Eddie Hearn sat there, trying to impress and that, but it's nothing compared to what I know that I can do. Do you know what I mean? So, but I wasn't disappointed with it. I was happy. It was good. Everyone loved it, but I just know that there's more to come.
Definitely, mate. Obviously, you impressed a lot of people as well. Obviously, you said yourself there's more to come from yourself, but surely that's an exciting thing to know you impressed a lot of people, even on a night where you know you could have delivered a bit more.
Yeah, yeah, of course, man. Of course, it's nice, to know that a lot of people was impressed. A lot of boxers that are known and solidified in the game. It's just something that I'm trying to do now and just make sure everyone knows where I am properly.
Definitely as well. And obviously, ahead of that fight, you shared some rounds with Conor Benn as well down the Matchroom gym. I mean, how well did those rounds kind of prepare you for that fight with you and Mackenzie as well?
It was good. Well, at that point, I didn't know about the fight. I was helping him prepare for a fight he had coming up. But yeah, the rounds were good, man. Connor's sick, man. It was good rounds.
Perfect. I'm glad to hear it. Well, big fight news, March 23rd. I mean, huge fight with Troy Williamson. It's a fight that kind of took many people by surprise. I mean, how did this fight come about?
Well, what a lot of people don't know is I got offered that fight before the Ewan Mackenzie fight because he was supposed to fight Kevin Agyarko, and then obviously I don't know what was going on. Um, but then they didn't have an opponent for Troy, and I just I accepted it. But then they said nah, they made the fight with Kevin, and I fought Ewan. And then yeah, it's just come about now. I got asked the question again. When I got asked to fight Mason Cartwright, I accepted that. But he had some family stuff going on. And then they just offered me try. I said yeah.
Definitely, mate. I mean, it's a massive fight. It's a fight that's getting a lot of good reception online as well. I mean, it's on a card where I think there's 50-50 fights coming out from everywhere. I mean, but
Yeah.
why was this the right fight for you next?
I just believe that I believe that I'm the best, so there's no one that I'm turning down. I didn't come in the game to turn anyone down. I'm not one of them that has had some decorated amateur career that needs building up. I'm coming straight from like, listen, I'm here now. Let's do this. See how good I am in it. Let's prove it to myself. Um, so I just feel like it's the right time for me, and boxing's boxing, and I believe that everyone should be in 50-50 fights. And if you're not in willing to take 50-50 fights, what you in the game for? Do you get me?
Definitely as well. Obviously, we know everyone knows a lot about Troy. Obviously, former British champion as well. He got that great win against Ted Cheeseman as well. But is it
Yeah.
is it very much kind of your mindset to be, well, if I beat Troy Williamson, I deserve to be at the top. Like you said, you have to be in 50-50 fights.
Yeah, of course, man. Beat Troy Williamson, that puts me in the top five. Do you get me? In the country. So because he's a tough guy to get through. He's only been beat by two guys, and both of them are good boxers and good movers. Do you know what I mean? So if you stand and just bang with Troy, you're gonna be in for a hard night. Even if you're moving in for a hard night, because Troy's a warrior, man. But listen, I'm a warrior, and I'm ready to prove it on March 23rd.
Definitely. And like you said, obviously, I think going into your fight with you and Mackenzie, there was also that same kind of thought there was a 50-50 fight, but your plan is to obviously make it as one-sided as the you and Mackenzie fight was on March 23rd as well.
Yeah. I just believe that my skills and my boxing IQ, I just feel like I can do more than what anyone's done with Troy. So um, Yeah, man, it's gonna definitely be a cracking fight anyway. So we'll see.
It definitely is, and I mean, what a night of boxing it is on March 23rd. I mean, huge fight for yourself, and there's three other 50-50s on the card as well. My last couple, Ishmael. Obviously, you are managed by Lee Eaton and Let's Go Management, but then you also have kind of a lot of help from the former IBF flyweight world champion Sonny Edwards. I mean, two guys who know a lot about their boxing. It's fair to say. I mean, how does it feel to have two of those guys in your corner, especially Sonny, where his career's still going on, but he's been at that pinnacle of the sport?
Yeah, Sonny's my boy. But one thing I will say as well is Mark Bateson's still involved, my first manager, but it's kind of like a joint management now. So they all kind of help each other out. But Sonny's my boy, and obviously it's not that he's just my manager in it, it's like he's my friend. So um, I, and I'm there for him, when he's fighting. And I see a lot of things that a lot of people in my position won't be able to see, like going out to America, seeing boxing at its highest level because that's where he is, and it just gives me a drive. It just gives me. He's like a role model sort of thing, and yeah, it's lovely to have him on side.
Definitely, mate, and long may it continue as well. If you were obviously like you said, he's probably Fred definitely friend first, kind of managers kind of second. But who would you like to see kind of Sonny in with next?
Um, I think he's gonna talk. He was speaking about going down one weight because I think it's only like 2, 3 pounds difference, and getting a world title there, and then coming back up. And I really think he'd like to fight Bam again in the future because obviously he got bad cut. I mean a bad eye injury in the second round that changed the whole fight. But I know Sonny, and I know if he didn't get that injury, like it was seen double, it would have been a different fight. But Sonny's a man, so he's got no excuses. But I'd like to see him fight Bam again, definitely in the future.
Definitely, I'm sure that is one we'll see again. I mean, the occasion of that first fight was incredible. My final question, Ishmael. Thank you again for giving me your time today. We ask everyone this: when all's said and done, what does boxing mean to you?
Boxing means everything. Boxing's changed my life. Um, it's made me travel. It's made me be able to be in a position now where I can feed my kids, be a role model to my kids, be a role model to a lot of people in the area, my family. It gives me that push. It makes me feel like I'm doing something positive and something worth my while. Every day I get up and I train. So, I just like entertaining people and pushing the right message, and that's positivity and trying to become a better person. So, yeah, man, that's what boxing is for me. And I'm loving it.
Definitely, mate. Well, long may it continue as well. Ishmael Davis, that was my final question. Thank you very much for your time today, and best of luck March 23rd, mate.
Yeah, man, thanks a lot, bro.
Cheers. Thank you.